Today we're joined by Sheriff Mike Chitwood, the elected sheriff of Volusia County since 2017. With over 30 years in law enforcement, including leadership in both Philadelphia and Daytona Beach, Sheriff Chitwood is known for his transparency, energy, and dedication to community safety. He's earned national recognition, countless commendations, and the trust of this community. Today we'll talk about public safety, protecting seniors, and how to stay one step ahead of fraud and scams. Sheriff, welcome to the program.
It's an honor to be here. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you. So let's dive right into the basics when it comes to frauds and scams. What are the most common types that you are seeing right now that are particularly targeting seniors?
Right now, it is you've missed jury duty and there is a federal or state arrest warrant out for you. The romance scam, we just had a woman in DeBarry. It was hit for quite a lot of money. Online, struck up a conversation which she believed to be a member of the United States military, and that led to her being scammed. And to this day, the scammer still contacts her. Wow. Even though we were able to make her whole and get almost all of her money back, she still is in contact with the scammer, will not break that tie that she has.
She won't or he won't?
She won't and he won't.
Wow.
He keeps emailing her, she keeps responding back. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's a matter of time before he gets you again. You got to let this go.
Wow.
But the majority, we believe, of you missed jury duty, you were arrested, or you got a traffic ticket, it's coming out of a prison in Georgia. So far, we've made half a dozen of arrests. Somehow, you tell me how, they get iPads and phones in there. They have their girlfriend on the outside is the one who does all the business transactions, and they split 50-50. 50% of the money goes into the prison commissary, 50% the girlfriend keeps. And that's how they get you, because everything in Florida is public record.
Right.
So if you get a speeding ticket, if somebody gets arrested, or they say, hey, I'm calling on behalf of Sheriff Chitwood, you missed jury duty, we're on your way to the house right now, get $5,000 in Bitcoin and deposit it at this store and everything will be good. And people, again, as we talked before, they're on their heels and they do it.
It's staggering to me. I mean, it's just crazy. So let's put the audience at ease. What happens if somebody misses jury duty? What really happens?
You'll get a letter in the mail.
Okay. And nobody shows up? Your officers don't come to my house?
We like to surprise you. Okay. We're not going to call you and tell you you're coming. We would surprise you at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. But that's nice. Thank you.
Exactly. We want the whole neighborhood to know we were there. But you're not getting arrested if you missed jury duty. You're not getting arrested if you don't pay your electric bill. That just doesn't happen. And again, if you get those calls, call us immediately. Call 911. Somebody's coming to arrest me. The operator will send a deputy out there and will assure you that it's a scam. It's happened to some very prominent people in this community. I've gotten a phone call on a Saturday morning saying, hey, I'm boarding a flight and they're telling me when I land, I'm going to be taken into custody. It is a scam.
Wow.
Well, maybe I should just wire the $7,500 to protect myself. If you want to wire $7,500, put the $7,500 in the sheriff's office youth account. I could help a bunch of young kids go to camp.
Right.
Don't do it. It's a scam.
Right. Well, and the technology you just spoke to is there's a lot of information out there, and if somebody's a good target, and especially if it's coming out of a prison, these inmates have all the time in the world, right? All
the time in the world.
And so they've got something to keep them busy, and they may be successful, 1 out of 1,000, 1 out of whatever, and it works for them. So what would be the first thing you would say to somebody when they are hit with something like that? Be it you didn't do jury duty, there's a warrant out, pay this. What's the first thing? Just stop, pause. Should they report it to law enforcement?
Report it to law enforcement immediately, but stop and pause. Because they're going to want to keep you on the phone when you go to the bank. They want to keep you on the phone until you make the transaction. They don't want you to do what we're telling you to do,
right?
Which is hang up and call law enforcement. Hang up, call a family member. Because if they keep you on that line, the more they talk, they're good. They're going to get something out of you. And that's what you have to be wary of.
Very good. So is this mostly on the phone, online, or in person?
It's everything is online or on the phone. And I tell everybody, if you don't know the number, don't answer it. You'll save yourself a world of heartache. If the email comes in and you got a virus on your computer or some amazing thing has happened to you, turn off the computer and unplug it. It's like my IT tells me, I pay millions of dollars a year to be protected. They tell me, turn it off and unplug it. I'm like, I pay you guys all that money for that? And then plug it back in and then call law enforcement.
Yeah, good advice. Well, and so you made an excellent point I want to double underline, and I'll share a quick story, is just don't answer the phone. I get calls all the time. Everybody does. And it's, don't answer the phone. If it's not somebody, you don't expect the number, you don't know who the call is, don't recognize the number, just don't answer it. Now, so you'll appreciate this, Sheriff. But a lot of people are, let's just put it bluntly, bored. They want to take a call. Some people do it for amusement. So my dad, for the longest time, he would get a call, and a lot of it, it used to be once upon a time, it was just people soliciting, right?
Right.
He would answer it, and then so he would answer, if it was a number he didn't recognize, he'd answer it, Sheriff's Department, Fraud Division. And it was entertainment for him, and he would play games with them and saying, "Oh, well, I've got your information," And so he did this for, I don't know, for a decade that I remember. And then here's what's really interesting, but a very poignant point. Somewhere along the way, he got older and he became less savvy. And so all these people had his number and they knew it was a real number, and they knew he would answer. So he calls me over one day all excited. I went to his house. He goes, "I got this offer." And he starts telling me about all he's got to do is pay $250, and he won a lottery he didn't enter, and he gets he gets all this money, and he gets a choice of a red, white, or blue Mercedes. And he's only got to send $250 in. And he goes, "I just wanted you to look at it, make sure it looked okay to you." I was like, "Dad, you've been playing with fire for a long time. You're about to get burned." So I love your advice of just don't even answer the phone. If it's a legitimate call, they're going to leave a voicemail.
You're going to leave a voicemail, exactly. And you know the number. And you bring up a great point that we have to touch on here is once you become a victim of a fraud or you're close to being a victim, that number is shared.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just not the one group. They're operating all throughout the country and the world. So we've had people who were victims 3 times. Now, we were able to stop them, but when we did our investigation, it was 3 different groups who were sharing that information. So that's how this network of thieves is all over the place, because they know, hey, I got this person for 50 grand. You might want to try.
Right. Well, yeah, you're a live one. You're going to answer the phone. You're going to participate, and they just have the next one's got to be some other angle, and they've got you. So I think just not answering the phone when you don't know, and that's why we have voicemail. And even then, if you don't recognize who it is, don't call them back. You are under no obligation. I think our desire to be polite, and also, again, people that are bored, got nothing else going on. Maybe they're retired and they're just bored and they want to do something. You're going to have to resist that temptation and just let it go. And if it's a legitimate issue or concern, there's other ways people may get in touch with you.
Exactly. And Social Security is the other one. They do the same exact thing. Your Social Security check is going to be stopped, and here's what you need to do. Social Security doesn't do that, and that's where you should be contacting Social Security Administration, not entering your Social Security number in because somebody said you're assigned investigator Dave. Enter your Social Security number and we'll take care of you from there. Right. I mean, they're limitless because you have people sitting around in a cave that they can just spin their imagination and see what they come up with. If they make 10,000 phone calls a day, and 2 people fall for it, and they just made $100,000.
That's a good day.
It's a great day.
Yeah, they've won. All right, well, we'll keep looking out for them. Sheriff Chitwood, thanks for being with us.
My honor to be here.